The beauty of Zolatone finishes is much more than just skin deep. Not only do you get a gorgeous wall finish, you get a system that is as easy to repair as it is to apply. When properly applied, following the instructions on the application shipper, can label, or application videos, the water-based Zolatone finishes are easy to touch up or repair. In this video, we will show you how easy it is to repair Lluminations using the conventional setup, a cup gun, or fast fix. As with all Zolatone finishes, make sure the product is thoroughly mixed using a paint stick or mud masher. Remember, do not shake or mechanically mix or agitate Zolatone finishes. Always hand mix. Any mechanical mixing will destroy the product. The surface you are touching up needs to be properly repaired and sanded smooth. The finish needs to be the same level as the original finish, otherwise the repair will telegraph through. The repair area also needs to be primed using the proper Zolatone primer. Do not use a roller to spot prime small areas. It's easier to feather the edges using a brush. For a listing of primers, please consult Zolatone.com. Remember, only use white primer. Never tint the primer for a Zolatone finish. Lluminations is applied using a conventional pressure pot system. If you are not familiar with the application of Lluminations, please visit our website Zolatone.com for videos and downloadable instructions. These instructions are also available on the cans and in the application shipper that came with your original order. If you're planning on repairing a large area, using a pressure pot setup might save time and effort. Since it is a step-by-step procedure, it is a good idea to have these instructions on hand before getting started. Your compressor needs to be able to deliver 6.9 cubic feet per minute of free air at 100 psi. From the compressor to the tank, use a 50-foot, 3/8" inner diameter hose. Your tank needs to be a minimum 80 psi and dual regulated with a main shutoff, fluid shutoff, and air atomizing shutoff, and quick disconnect. From the tank to the gun, you'll need a 25-foot, 3/8" inner diameter fluid hose and a 25-foot, 5/16" inner diameter air hose. For your gun, we recommend the Binks 2001 with the 200 air cap and retain ring with a 565 needle and 66 SS fluid nozzle. For beginning pressure settings, refer to the application shipper or can label. These instructions can also be downloaded from Zolatone.com. Pour your mixed boxed paint into the tank and pressurize the tank. To prime the paint line, only the tank is pressurized. Next, get the paint flowing. Remove the internal mix air cap from the gun. With the air cap off, check that the paint streams steady and straight. Reattach the air cap, open the air atomizing ball valve shutoff to the gun, and with the gun half triggered, set the air pressure to the suggested start point. Remove the paint control knob restriction. On a scrap board or masking paper, check the fan size. With the gun 12 to 16 inches from the surface, the fan size should be 12 to 14 inches. Your equipment is now set up for the shear coat. The shear coat is applied in a cross-lap method. Position the gun tip 12 to 16 inches from the wall. Keep the gun tip square to the wall. Begin by working in an east to west motion as wide as you can manage. Be sure to maintain a 50% overlap to prevent banding and feather the edges. For the second lap, switch to a north to south motion with a 50% overlap and walk down the wall until finished. Once the shear coat has tacked up, you're ready for the pattern coat. Adjust the pressure to the pattern coat settings. Position the gun tip 12 to 16 inches from the wall. Remember to keep the gun tip square to the wall. Work east to west with a 50% overlap and feather the edges. Now switch and work north to south, 50% overlap, and walk down the wall until finished. The cup gun setup can also be used to cover a large area. And it is especially handy for smaller, tight spaces or in a furnished space where noise or overspray are concerns. Your compressor needs to be at least 3/4 horsepower. And be sure to remove the protective cloth from the gun tank. These instructions also apply if you're going to do a mock-up using the cup gun. Set the compressor to 50 psi. Begin with the control knob all the way in. Back out 1/4 turn. You are now set up for the shear coat. Set the tip to vertical. Spray in a back and forth motion. Now set the tip to horizontal and spray in an up and down motion. Be sure to feather the edges and maintain a 50% overlap on each pass. After the shear coat has tacked up, you're ready to apply the pattern coat. Open the paint control knob 1 to 2 additional turns. Set the tip to vertical. Spray in a back and forth motion. Now set the tip to horizontal. Spray in an up and down motion. Be sure to feather the edges and maintain a 50% overlap on each pass. Small nicks and dings can be repaired using a cup gun, but if you don't have time to go through the repair, priming, and setup, Fast Fix is your cure. Fast Fix labels are available with every Zolatone order, and they are included in large orders. Fast Fix labels are to be painted at the time of the original application, so they most closely match the finish. Fast Fix labels are the perfect temporary fix to small nicks and dings. Or are they? The Fast Fix cure can oftentimes be so good that you won't be able to find the damaged area later on. When ordering Zolatone, we always recommend ordering extra product for immediate touch-ups and unforeseen future repairs. When repairing an older surface, we recommend using the original product. If none is available, you can request a match batch for touch-ups and repairs. Simply provide a small sample of the desired surface for a product match. This will allow for a closer match for older surfaces that have received exceptional wear and tear and/or natural aging and weathering in their respective environments. However, slight variations in color and pattern may be expected depending on the technique and equipment used by the applicator. It is the responsibility of the applicator to reproduce these standards. For a perfect repair, it may be necessary to do a corner-to-corner application as you would with other paint finishes. Lluminations by Zolatone is a dynamic product that has stunning color and light reflective characteristics and, as we just demonstrated, is extremely easy to repair. As with all products we manufacture, water-based Lluminations by Zolatone is extremely low VOC, durable and cleanable, and can contribute toward LEED credits. If you have any questions about Zolatone products, please do not hesitate. Contact us through our website or give us a call. Easy to apply, easy to repair, easy to live with. This is Zolatone.